Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. Today, we explore the depths of wisdom and the art of mindful communication. Join me on a journey to unlock clarity in communication and discover the power of pronunciation. I am your host, Ifarounke Deidre Prescod. In my last Wisdom Wednesday, entitled Flourishing in the Third, a spiritual journey through Psalm 92, I had a revelation. I am suffering the consequences of bad habits, and one of them stands out prominently: pronunciation. This revelation prompted me to delve deeper into the intricate world of language and communication. While the saying, practice makes perfect, holds true, my journey extends beyond mere linguistic precision. It's about understanding the evolving landscape of human expression and the invaluable lessons it offers. While improper word pronunciation can be attributed to several reasons, in my case, it is not only my love for broken English, but also mainly a combination of a careless lack of attention to the structure of words and what I would refer to as greed. I am an avid reader, and once I get the gist of a word's meaning, I greedily move on in my haste to rapidly get to the end, so that I can continue to the next written adventure, paying no attention to word syllables and other distinguishing features. I do not sufficiently savor words. Building upon the importance of pronunciation and communication clarity, it is crucial to recognize that language and communication are multifaceted. While pronunciation is a vital aspect, it's not the sole factor that defines our ability to convey ideas effectively. In the journey of self-improvement and expanding our communication horizons, we delve into various dimensions of language and expression. Pronunciation is important for accurate communication with others. It may not be as serious in casual one-on-one conversation, as clarity can be sought and given easily. But now that I have ventured into podcasts and YouTube channels, although my audience may understand what I am trying to convey, mispronunciation takes away from impact and delivery. I could be looked upon as being unprofessional, or worse, my listener may lose interest because they find my pronunciation jarring. The fact is, we sometimes tend to be intolerant of anything that varies even slightly from what we accept as correct. I thought of the numerous times I not only ignored deliveries, both written and oral, that did not grammatically live up to my superior language skills, but also of instances where I demoted the orator in my mental hierarchy. Unfortunately, this type of snobbery does not limit itself to language. There isn't any area in life that does not fall under the hatchet of, this is the right way. Correct pronunciation of words is of great importance and directly linked to the understanding of what is being conveyed. In fact, Pronunciation is what makes a word authentic, giving it its individuality. Conversations do not flow as they should when we miss every third word. When I am imparting information, I need to be fully understood, not just in part. Words are used to communicate and are not used in isolation. Every language has grammatical rules that are applied differently, not only from country to country, but also from city to village and village to village within countries. Although accents are noticeable, they are tonal. But regional dialects are another matter altogether. I live on the island of Tobago with a mere 55,000 people. And when islanders from some of the more remote villages speak to each other, it is difficult, bordering on impossible, to understand what they are saying. An example of this is John Gorman Road in Crown Point, Tobago. The locals pronounce it Jangaman. And in Barbados, instead of saying, "When will you be leaving?" they say, "When you leffin'." Simply put, the location of your home influences the words you use, their pronunciation, and the way you structure your sentences. Typically, the more formally educated a person is, the less likely they are to use regional dialects, unless a colloquial term is absorbed by all levels of society. Let us use carbonated beverages as an example. Here in Trinidad and Tobago, if I said I wanted a soft drink or sweet drink, I would be immediately understood by all, despite their level of education. But carbonated drink, carbonated water, cola, pop, soda, soda pop, soda water, tonic, if used, while a dead giveaway that the person was not from these parts, it would not be a reason to look at them askance, for they are all terms accepted by all levels of society. Words and terms that are accepted by society may clue the listener into the person's global origin, but not their educational status. Or is it status? If not privy to context, especially if not an English speaker, one may be confused if I said, John was lying when he said that. They may wonder if he was lying as in being in a horizontal position, as opposed to him telling untruths. This may be an oversimplistic example, but you can get my drift. Words and how we structure our sentences are important and need careful attention if we are to communicate effectively. I have lived among the Yoruba ethnic group in Nigeria for 4 years. Yoruba is a tonal language, and I am tone deaf. Because of tonal marks, a word with identical spelling could mean up to 6 different things. My favorite peeve is malo. With a high tone mark over the A means do not go. Law has a mark under the O. And malo means you can go. This is a mid-tone and has no mark over the A. Need I say more? To them, it sounds different, but to my Trini ears, they both sound the same. While frustrating to me, this can be misleading to the person I am addressing. Among the Yoruba, there are different dialects. There are Yoruba who do not understand other Yoruba speakers. Added to this, messages from their ancient spiritual text called Odu Ifa must be translated for all of Yoruba land as they are preserved in ancient Yoruba. As English speakers, we will understand the impact of this if we attempt to read or listen to someone speaking Shakespearean English. The global village which we now inhabit has its part in the evolution of language. As people relocate, they take their language and culture with them, leading to what is commonly referred to as Creole languages, which are a combination of two or more languages. As of the year 2021, the population of Nigeria was almost 220 million people, with over 250 ethnic groups. They have a total of well over 500 languages and dialects. Colonially, their official language is English, but the masses are united by what is called Pidgin, a type of Creole that has over 30 million users. While I agree that pronunciation is vital for clarity, I am led to speculate on whether language is meant to be of service to us or whether it is our master. There is a time and place for everything, and sadly, what we fail to grasp is that we are unwittingly limiting ourselves and hindering our full scope when we are not more flexible as circumstance demands. We live in a world where if we are to thrive, we must communicate with each other. No one group of sentient beings hold all the answers, and oftentimes variations bring deeper clarity. In addition, language is alive and morphing every day, with words being added and taken away. I am not saying we should just go around pronouncing words willy-nilly and inventing them as we see fit, paying no attention to rules and guidelines. But we could reflect that the world is made up of multiple types of intelligence, and not being gifted with linguistic skills does not negate genius and ability in other quarters. I am also not trying to minimize the importance of pronunciation, enunciation, diction, accent, intonation, or articulation. But more and more as language evolves, if we are not more tolerant, we are setting ourselves up for grave annoyance. Language is constantly adapting and changing to reflect our changing lives, experiences, and cultures, enabling us to accommodate new ideas, inventions, and technologies. Not only do words change, the way we use them also changes. Slang, for instance, has always been with us. Necessity is the mother of invention. Abbreviation in texting initially started because the characters in text messages were limited to 160 words. Shortened versions of words and phrases help us to say as much as possible within given limitations and saves time. Though it takes away from the eloquence of language, it is universal and here to stay. We either become literate or be left by the wayside. Maybe we need to be more open-minded and tolerant as language evolves. Variations in pronunciation are a natural part of language development. Mistakes are made, but we should aim to comprehend when we communicate. making understanding and clarity the goal. I totally uphold inclusivity and openness in communication. When we discard information and universal intelligence as being beneath us because of its presentation, believing that the correctness of its delivery is more important than the message, we are exhibiting intolerance and prejudice. I have been guilty of not even wanting to listen to people who use excessive obscene language and aggressive tones, and in the same breath, intolerant of the overly docile who mouth scripture with every second word. Human beings are hard to please. But I do understand that it is difficult not to become upset and take offense when words rub our fur the wrong way. After all is said and done, language is a tool for connection and understanding rather than a barrier. Our levels of tolerance in some cases are influenced based on our individual tastes and indoctrination. To each his own, but can we dictate the package wisdom should come in? Remember, it is often disguised and buried. In this ever evolving world of diversity and constant change, embracing linguistic diversity enriches our communication and connects us across cultures. It is essential in our interconnected world as we seek to understand other cultures and forge unity on our shared planet. The rigid confines of intolerance and blind bias cloud our vision and hinder growth and development. It also hinders our understanding. It is a call for all of us to recognize that language, in all its variations, is a tool for connection and understanding rather than a barrier. Our levels of tolerance should be influenced by curiosity, openness, and a recognition that wisdom often arrives in packages we least expect. So for me, as I continue sharing my thoughts, I will invest time and effort in exercises and techniques to become a more articulate speaker. I do not want to be responsible for grating your ears, if it can be helped. Together, let us embrace the symphony of human expression, where every voice plays a crucial note, creating a harmonious world of communication and understanding. Thank you for joining me on this voyage of wisdom and self-improvement. If you found today's discussion valuable, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insightful content. Let us continue spreading harmony through words. Until next Wisdom Wednesday, stay curious, stay wise.